I got prepared everything. Let's see. Music. Alright. Let's see. All right. All right, so what up, Jerem? So I'm still gonna, before I start with the background stuff, finalizing the background stuff, just got to nail down the shoulder, which I liked what we talked about before, Jeremy. I think that works. Problem is, I think the location was a little high. Like whenever I look at my shoulder, you know, when it goes up, I don't think I'll ever get this high the way it is in perspective here. I'm thinking, let's see here. I think it should be dropping down this way, because he'd be pushing, you know, it'd be curving the back in, so it'd probably be more like down is the only issue. And the fist is here, forearm, so I might have to redraw the whole thing potentially, but yeah, shoulder lower. I think at most it'll be by the ear. I think that's what I have a problem with the most here. So there's our body. Collar. Let's see. What are you talking about? What, the abuse of the pit? What do you mean? Let's see. I think that's the only issue with my original sketch. I think the shoulder does need to be down here. And I think that's going to push everything. Still could work like this if it goes that way. Let's see. Oh yeah, for sure. It's damaging the hell out of it. I've redrawn it a million times, but it won't be that bad because one, I'm drawing with a light pencil, so if I need to draw the finals in HB, so be it, and it'll have to be, you know, you're going to see some ghosting for sure, but just the way it goes. Yeah, I could redraw this whole half, which is, I mean, not too hard. If it looks that bad in the end, I will, but yeah, I'm always about, yeah, I gotta leave no stone unturned, in which I think I'm gonna write that on my wall because it's something that needs to happen, you know. Sucks that I have to redraw though, but I think it's gonna turn out better in the end. And really, that damage to the paper is not that bad. Like, there's a spot up here that's getting a little funky. But you see what I'm saying, Jeremy? When you like erase away the arm, you can start visualizing it a little easier. Like, oh, that's where it should be. I'm going to draw in cylinders. That way I can wrap the muscles easier. It helps me foreshorten. If you guys want to know my technique, I pulled it from Alvin Lee. Speaking of Alvin Lee, he doesn't work in comics anymore, really, but his old Schoolism videos I recorded, and I lost all of them except for the most important one, which is when he finalizes all his art, and he just takes the long road and does, you know, all the things you need to do to prep for final pencil work. And straight up, it's a great video, and I found it. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna get the I'm not gonna have to redraw the whole thing, I don't think. It really, if you saw it up in person, you see the ghosting, but like the paper is not scratched. Actually, there's a little bit down here, but that's not going to be an issue. It's not where the action is. Alright. Got a little piece of reference of myself. I won't show you guys. But, so I'm looking at the angles here, and I think the arm needs to be going this way. Well, it's either this way, or like I had before, and the upper arm straight. If you follow this curve, I think that would be the way to be. Alright, so I'm just going to draw lines to connect the dots. I really wanted to move to final pencils, but this is the, like, you don't, like, the best thing you can do for yourself is never push to the next stage until it's really where you want it to be. Because here is like the messy part. Like, you can get by with this stage being messy and a lot of guesswork happening. Might be still a little high. Yeah. And I guess that's the where it goes, man. Like, it's it's how it goes. I mean, sometimes you're gonna have trouble with a certain part of your work. You just gotta push past it. Just trying to find this flow, because like I can see the trap underneath the cape here, and I think it would do the same this way, like right there. Alright. One. I'm really afraid actually of this piece. Cylinders feel good. Like, they should feel good because I've drawn it a few different times, several times. But my main concern was this delt was too high, so I'm going to try to lower it as much as possible and keep it relatively the same size as the other one. Who's out there in chat? Shout out, please. I want to see who's out in chat. Was it Tuesday? We need to have roll call. Roll call. Okay. So center line. The arm is actually one of the more complex things to draw. I mean, I've always maybe either underestimated it or just felt more naturally at doing it. I think you, as a human, you see a lot of arms in your life, so you maybe naturally do have an easier time than maybe legs for that reason. But yeah, I think, at least in my experience, I've been, for some reason, I just felt comfortable with arms, even though I really haven't been as comfortable as I probably should be, or could have been, or maybe I really am like better than what I think, but that never happens. So I'm just trying to visualize muscle groups. The way this is Michael Hampton's method, which is draw the cylinders and then they wrap. You'll wrap these like elliptical kind of shapes around the cylinder, depending on what view you got, and that's what I'm doing here. So, and the thing is, on toward this end, this thing flattens out into like a square for the wrist. And you can draw it more like a square, a rounded square. And we may want it a little wider than that. Yeah, I instantly think it's, I mean, as of right now, I think it's better off. Oh, sorry guys. What's up, Andrew? Thanks for showing up. Saying hi. Alright. Let's see. This is when I have anatomy up on both of my screens, so I am checking that stuff. But I've drawn this a million times today, so I'm feeling decent about knowing where the muscle groups are, especially for this view. And generally, over here is going to be elbow. All right. Might have to sharpen this pencil. It's getting a little too dull for the stage it's at. All right. Yeah, Dream Theater. I feel like I've listened for a little bit of that here and there. I think an old friend used to listen to him a lot. I'm going to tilt this wrist down. That's what I want to go for. Just feels like he's punching harder when he's tilted down. Now for here. Oh yeah? Does it resemble something? Or are you telling me to reference? Alright, let's see. That helps. This should go a little bit farther down. Ooh, lost my reference there, bro. I got a picture of me just punching kind of an angle. It doesn't really work the way Superman would because he's flying, but I'm using it for the forearm. Yeah, I think this came out too far. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I thought we were talking about artists. I will have to look that up. Like I said, I had a friend, an old guitarist friend, that listened to him a lot. Let's see. Trying to find the angle of these knuckles. 1, 2, 3. They fan out. Too much bulge in that one. And then we'll work on the width here. Probably that. What do you think, Jerm? Do you think the shoulder is better off this way? I think it is. Like, I think I like it lower than what we had it, which is. And then it's all just about finding the right forearm now. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. I'm glad I got your vote of if it looks good. Been tossing with this literally all day. Not just the one arm, but a lot of just the one arm, which I'm cool with. I'm cool with like having to do it like that, but I think maybe I need to see more bicep. All right. Too much fist? I don't know. I don't know if the knuckles are too long. Try to figure that out. Yeah, that's why I think that was the whole trouble that I was having with it. Like, everything looked like it was in place, it just didn't have like a punch feel. I was like, oh, it looks like a punch because he's getting hit, but didn't feel like a punch. So let's see here. I'm referencing Jim Lee over on the left side here because I need to see just examples of some of his stuff here. Not copying directly, just looking at examples. What I found in my short time in comic book rendering, I feel like it's all about knowing the muscle groups and then connecting the muscle groups in shadow, like, or with line, you know, but it's really with shadow. I feel like it's one of the only observations I've really gathered. Like, the people that like make things look natural are the ones that are taking what they know as the muscle groups and connecting and forming shadows and muscle groups and shapes out of what they know. Like what I did here, I connected this into this muscle, and they'll probably do the same over here. Not too far. I think it looks pretty good, almost enough to move on though. It's really just to make sure that I don't have to, if I can depend on what's in the foreground, I can do the background. You know what I mean? So face looks okay. I think I just need to widen or lengthen the fingers a little bit. Yeah, I can deal with this. Definitely like it because this is going to be covered anyway, or it's going to like do a little bit of coming over top of that with the cape. Okay, I think it's good enough for me to move on. let's do the background, because that's how I run. I do the background first when I do the final stuff. But there's a little thing I want to do here that I've never done before. I don't think it's going to work because I've erased so much. But I don't know if anybody's used a cleaning pad before, one of those dry cleaning pads. But I've never used them before, and like I said, I was looking at Alvin Lee's video just recently on the one he had on Schoolism, and he uses it. He even actually kind of explains how he uses it. He thinks it's just like, it's a nice good pass to take to lighten up the whole page. So yeah, pad, you like squeeze it and hit it, and then you can put a lot of pressure down and still won't ever really erase totally. Just lightens the whole thing up. It's a super interesting concept. Like, how is this really working? I don't know. A lot of these spots I'll have to hit with an eraser because I went too dark, but no biggie. Alright. I'm going to leave it as is right now, and then ruining the art. Stuff gets everywhere. Alright. Alright, I'm going to be doing the background. I got my reference pulled up. Ready to roll. I'm going to use a mechanical pencil. I got to pull out the blue lead. Superman's gonna help me out. Should hang him up somewhere. So it's like floating here. Super good for the costume though. Alright. So see this stuff up here? It's like a little bit darker than I'd really want it to be. Alright. Let's go. This is the fun part, guys. Let's have fun. Should we change up the music, anybody? What do you think? I have to zoom in on my reference, too. Alright, here it goes. Where the magic happens, guys. I think this is like a weird tin roof I'm putting up here. Can't tell by the reference. I'm literally almost just copying from a photo because it's just a background, and a background that doesn't really matter. It's not part of the debris or anything, which I have to probably look up reference for debris. You know. I know I teased you guys with maybe doing a little bit of Superman, but I didn't want to jump the gun on things. So this is really this is the Dave Finch method, really. And I don't want to steal his sales for his DVD, but he well, I'm not selling anything, so it doesn't matter, but he pretty much lays down the grid, a pretty tight grid, tighter grid than this, and then he goes freehand, like I'm doing. It's one of the first things I kind of learned. Look in a mirror for a debris reference. Is that a comment about my appearance, Jeremy? I think this cape is going to go here, like that, so I'm not going to do much there. And nobody said anything about music? Let's have this one door open. Let's do that. It's all about the TLC, man, with the backgrounds, with almost everything. You need to put as much time as you put into backgrounds or characters in your backgrounds, and you'll end up with awesome backgrounds. That's it. That is the rule. I mean, you don't have to get too crazy with it, but I like to. So technically, the more information you put into the background, the harder it is for the audience to like focus on your characters. It's a very, I mean, it's all about focus. So if there's something in the background you really want them to focus on, go for it. But I like that end here. Yeah, a little smudgy. Yeah, this is the way to do it, guys. I'm gonna hang like a towel or a blanket over this thing. This is really the end of this little part of the house. It's like a weird apartment on top of this building, that's what I'm drawing. Your face is so debriful. Debriful? Is that a different word? That W Bush. Oh my god, dude, that's pretty funny. At first, I thought you were going to try to say something about one of the great presidents of the United States, dude. Yeah, by leaving the... What the hell? Oh. By leaving the characters for last, you save them from less smudging and more polish. I mean, personally, that's how I feel about it. It's okay, dude. It's actually not that, wasn't that bad of a joke. It's kind of creative. I'll give you points for that. Alright. Throw in all normal windows here. This one seems a little big. Let's make it a little smaller. Alright. I'm gonna switch up the music, my friends. Let me get over here. There we go. Turn on some different tunes. Let me see here. thinking of a certain band, I just can't remember exactly what it is. I'll just have to pick anything. We can do the 6-part 7. That's an interesting band. Let's do that. It's pretty chill stuff, though. That's better. Better joke. Alright. Let's turn down the air, it's getting hot up in here. There's like a gutter here or something. Can't really tell from the picture. Could be like just a pipe or a duct. Probably would go to something. I don't know where to put it, so I'm just going to make it into a gutter. It's really just something to break up the space back there. I think over here there would be a baseboard. I have to put in the hours tonight and knock this out. Not the whole thing, but definitely the background. Alright. This, I think, is like a shed, but I'm gonna make it into an air conditioning unit. Oh. This thing goes up first. That's why. All right. Yeah, like I want to go around and I kind of want to do a little survey of artists and see how many people like a little wonk into their lines and a little bit of variety of mistakes and impurities, and how many artists don't. I feel like there's a big, like, out of all the things I've heard while I've been studying, at least comic art and just line art, draftsmanship, that's one thing that everyone's got their own opinion on, which is fine. It's just funky that it's like it's all about how it blends with your other work and whatnot, but it also depends on how you pull it off. Or if you can pull it off at all. So on one hand you have, like, say somebody like maybe who? Oh, like Otomo, or how do you pronounce him? From Akira. Otomo. There we go. That sounds way more natural. Probably not right, but either way, the his backgrounds especially are like super pristine. You can tell that dude never doesn't use like with something without a ruler. Like he rulers up. He guides up. He rulers up. Scott Robinson's, like, he likes to freehand as much as he can so he can be better at concepting quickly, but for finished stuff he never leaves things wonky. And then there's a lot of other people that are complete opposites. They think if you do that, it's not cheating, but it's too stiff, doesn't have life. But I don't know, man. I'm like so much in between, and sometimes I use a ruler and sometimes I don't, like right now. I think I do prefer using a ruler, but like I'm still deciding. I'm on the fence, if you will. On the fence about it. I think we put like a hook or a light here, break it up. But backgrounds are super relaxing for me anyway. Like, I love it. waiting for my hand to get warmed up, because once it does, I will be rolling through these backgrounds. That's how it goes. Don't like the cross beam there. And this is all 2H, by the way, everybody. 2H lead, because it's... I like starting here, and then if things get muddy, or if I want to clarify something for whoever's inking it, I go ahead and drop to HB. Hinting at some textures back here. It's probably brick. Alright, up here there's like little details like maybe skylights, you know, things that aren't roofs. Jim Lee exclusively, I think, uses HB. Yeah. I don't think he strays from HB, from what I've seen. But I'm pretty sure that dude just grabs whatever's around him. He's just got like a hand like nobody's business, so he probably can pull off whatever. But yeah, I think HB for him. I find that I like the lighter, harder leads because they don't smudge as much, and I spend a lot of time on the boards meticulously trying to perfect things. So from that perspective, it's good because I don't smudge. They're harder to erase, and they don't show up as well. They don't pop as well. But like I said, they don't smudge, and if you ever need to go to something darker, you can. Whereas if you go dark immediately, and you're having trouble with something, you can't drop to something lighter and it help out. I guess you could always drop darker and go to like into the B range. Up here it looks like there's a fence, so I'm just gonna do little squares in space, and I'm just gonna guess it out here, you know what I mean? Try to figure out where exactly they'd be. If it's the more it's like dramatically receding in space, the harder it is to guess. And this is almost isometric, so it makes it a little easier to guess what's going on. And the farther things are in the background, the more you can get lazy about things. But like I said, I like the Akira approach with just how you do backgrounds. I think it's pretty cool because on one hand, if you need to like still be clean with the lines, but be lazy about the detail. You know what I mean? And that's what Akira did awesomely. I have to admit, like sometimes he got a little too detailed in the background, but it pulled off because it grounded everything so well. So I think this is like a garden or something up here. It's Metropolis, man. People have gardens on roofs and stuff. This ain't Gotham, man, you know? People are growing vegetables over here. Eating healthy. So I think with the remainder little bit of space up here, I'm just going to put in some plants and sketch in like shrubs and stuff. Glad I did go with the 3-point perspective. It's not super dramatic, but I think it does make a difference on the overall look of the page. Looks like it's slanted up on this a little too much. And when I first started out, I didn't know anything about what lets you use. There's no resources really, especially when I first started. I don't think there's a few, but you know, it's kind of like trying to figure things out on your own. You almost learn things better because you know, it settles in your mind, like absolutely. Like it's different than someone telling you, you know, use this lead for this because the reasons are blah 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 blah, but you realize it because of experience and mistakes and, you know, whatever else that comes with. And I definitely made a lot of mistakes by using HB in the beginning. It just wasn't for me. I remember I did one piece. Jeremy, I don't know if he was still there at this company, but totally smudged the hell out of this cover drawing. And damn. I was disappointed with it. I was like, man, how do I remember even talking to Jeremy about it, I think. And I was like, how do I keep things from smudging? He was like, well, you can use fixative. And which is true, but nobody wants the fixative in between stuff. But I'm pretty sure you know, like I said, my mistake was to keep using HB for a little while, but eventually found out what to do. I really jumped to a lighter lead because I think probably Alvin Lee, because he uses something really like 6H, and I was like, damn, if that dude's using something that, I might, you know, I don't need to go 6, but it's okay to go lighter, I guess. You know, so it just gave me like the confidence to like change up the game a little bit. You know, customize your own workflow. windowsill. I really don't like the width either. Let's make it tiny, rectangular. Yeah, drawing's all about confidence, man. It's so weird. And the confidence comes through time and whatever else, but every day you're going to have a different level of confidence. You know, some days more, some days less, but the goal is to average out like at a good, you know, semi-confident no matter what. And sometimes I even tell myself, I don't know about anybody out there, sometimes I just tell myself either it's just a sketch and I loosen up a little bit, or well, not loosen up, but like loosen my grip. Oh, you're saying, oh yeah, dowel rod, yeah. Yeah, the dowel rod idea with the ruler, yeah. And I think I tried that. It just was like, it's, I don't know. I still don't even, sometimes I don't even lay down a piece of paper. I may after I get a bunch of this other stuff in, but because it's such a big page. But I purposely work top left down to the right. That way I don't smudge the stuff I've already done. But yeah, like I said, it's just a lot of things that people don't talk about in art, I don't think. From what I've heard, you know, there's a lot of, you know, rock star kind of mentality of artists sometimes, just like they're impervious. And, you know, with your idols, you kind of think like that. But, yeah, man, they have ups and downs every day. It just is, they've honed it so much to the point where it doesn't matter. Like, they've gotten to the point where, for the most part, they're above average all the time. Yeah, man, it's a totally different kind of style of drawing if you're balancing on that dowel on a table. Or a smudge guard helps. Obviously, little glove, paper, you know, all that helps. But I was like, why not just make it an easier thing for me and just line up the lid? Like, why wouldn't I do that? I'm going to use a ruler for this long stretch here because it looks like I'm going to get kind of messy with it, and I don't want to get too messy. Gotta be careful though. Can't use it too much everywhere, because then your other lines start looking very funky. Not sure what the stuff is up here, like storage or something. Definitely feeling the flow better though. These are like chimneys or something. I don't know what they are. I know other artists have mentioned it too, but I do some weird things with my mouth when I'm trying to like concentrate, when I'm trying to draw straight lines especially, and like think about where things are going. Like I open my mouth and like stretch, I have to like do weird expressions. So I'm glad I'm not like right in front of the camera at this moment. Okay, so now here's the base of this wall. I think I'm just trying to draw some plants down here. And if you're wondering why I haven't added any shadows, I do a separate pass. You really could do it all in one pass if you wanted. And I'm thinking when I do get some hard deadlines, that's one of the it's one of the things I'll do to speed my process up. Like I don't have to like do them all in different steps, you know. I think I can. That's one time saver that I plan on using. Like it's my like trump card for myself. And there'll probably be a lot of speed lines and whatnot that's going to distort a lot of this that I'm drawing. No biggie. I'm not worried about it. Shouldn't be either. Dude, your debris-full face jokes are, I think, getting worse. Alright. Anybody got something to talk about? Because I can totally talk while I'm doing backgrounds. I could ramble more about my process of doing things as I've grown, but we also could talk about more fun things. It's tough with the drawing and talking at the same time. A lot of the things that you've done a million times over, that's when you can start talking and drawing at the same time. So like certain parts of the environment will cause me a little trouble, and those I'll begin like, you know, focusing more. But overall, like environments I've done a lot, so I can talk more when I do those rather than figures. But yeah, that's how it goes. Where's the coolest place I've been? Nowhere. I've been many places. I really haven't been many places, but my favorite place that I've been, the coolest place. Let's see. I mean, I went on a giant hiking trip in New Mexico in the mountains, and that was pretty crazy. I was like really young, but definitely was one of the coolest. Trying to think if there's anything way cooler than that I've been to. I don't know, where have you guys been? A cool place. Lately I've just been seeing my drawing desk. Alright. Let's give this thing a little roof. So find the center point, elevate, and draw from the points. That's it. Dude, funny, I've never been to Texas, but I feel like the more I've traveled, I haven't traveled a whole lot, but I feel like everything feels all about the same, you know? There's definitely some places that are way, way different than other places, but overall, that's kind of how I feel about it. Yeah. You were out there for a little while, right? Out in Cali. Let me make sure my music didn't stop completely. I think it did. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this. Caspian. Sounds good. Cool. But yeah, do want to travel. There's a big bucket list, obviously, of places I wanted to go. I plan on going. Plan on hitting a lot more conventions. Not going to San Diego this year. 1 year. I definitely will be there. Alright, let's go down the building here. In between these there are these little circles. Yeah, I think prog rock is the best stuff to listen to as you draw. Have you ever seen Street Fighter Alpha concept art? I love it. Oh, dude. The Alpha stuff is amazing. It's kind of how I feel about the Marvel vs. Capcom concept art from that one dude. Was really good. Really big fan of that dude. Alright. Now that I drew one, I probably can oops guide the other ones if I have a small enough one. Doesn't look like it. They're super tiny. I'm gonna hand draw it. Yeah, Third Strike's sprites are my favorite. Yeah, the sprites. Were amazing. A little bigger there, bro. Oh, don't get me started on cigarettes, bro. Still never go into them. Or rather, grew. Still needs to be a little wider. Whatever. It's really bothering me. Prog rock, prog metal. Yeah, prog metal's a little different. I think it's like because it's so harsh that it's I think it. I mean, it's similar, but I do like Periphery for sure. But yeah, a little bit more odd strings and odd synths and different things I like to kind of make it seem a little more inspirational. Anyway, it's fun to draw with that because you're always feel like you're overcoming, you know, a lot of like pretty much like winning battles, small battles all the time at your drawing desk. I made a post about it a long time ago, but you know, kind of always said that I've had a lot of like just adventures and battles and, you know, triumphs and failures just at the drawing desk, you know, and it's people that don't do that don't really understand. How is that possible? How could you go nowhere and still have gone places? But yeah, that's why I like listening to soundtracks. That's always good for that kind of encouragement and other type of things like that. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I can't I don't know. I never got into Seeger. Couldn't do it. End is there. Let's see. Trying to plan all this stuff around the figure. Try not to get too close. This stuff's pretty tight over here already, so I'm not worried about that. But there is this ledge that I need to put in. Do with a ruler. Like so. Put a little bit of bevel on it here. Let's see. I'm going to add a little bit to this, give it a little bit of design, just to add to it. I think I curved it too much, so I'm going to cut it. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, dude, ranch. I really like ranch. I don't like blue cheese. Is the funny thing. You know. So I almost got to use the whole turtle phrase. Pizza dude's got 30 seconds because I ordered a pizza from a place around here like maybe a month ago, and it was like really late, like not even like 2 hours, like, and they played it off like they never got it. I was like, okay. So they were like, yeah, we'll send another one out right away. It's like, cool, whatever, thanks, but I still have this issue that I waited 2 hours. Anyway, I was like, maybe I'm not going to pay full price for late pizza today, you know? So I was hoping that I could have like played it off with the delivery driver and say that, you know, the lady told me I'd get it for free. But turned out the driver was a little bit slow, like slow as in like mentally. So I felt bad, So I was like, all right, well, it's just pizza. You know. Oh, oops. Might move it too much. We got 15 minutes. I gotta get a new route. It's so funny. And I thought it delivered everywhere. Alright. Yeah, that movie's the best. So I hear around the internet people are doing AMAs, which is I think what Ask Me Anything kind of sessions. And so yeah, not that I'm popular, that people want to know, but and whatnot. But I'll answer. So I had to adjust these windows on the fly. I roughed them in a little big. So, and I'll have to add things to them. It's like, the thing about, like, things like this is, yeah, you're gonna have to, like, add a little detail for it to be a little bit more realistic. Like, I can put a little bit of a air conditioning unit in here, you know, that'll help. I'm gonna go sleep in the truck. I'll have to take this. The movie's so great. I don't know, like, if I had to pick, I don't know. Now, remember, there's a dude. What's his name? I can't remember this guy's name. Jason Silva, I think. But he picked like 10 moments from movies that really affected him. And I just feel like I'd definitely be picking one or two from, maybe just one, but definitely picking a moment from that movie. Because it's not necessarily what is good movie or storytelling, but more like what is you, what has affected you, what do you want to share, and in that way it reveals like you and your personality and whatnot. So which is pretty cool. Got another ledge down here I gotta draw in. Down here I gotta be kind of careful. I might have to do the gorilla first before I go really close in because all the hair. I'm not exactly sure how long I'm going to have it. Oh man, I'm getting hungry. Alright. Let's see. Drew a water tower at the bottom. I can do that real quick. It's ellipses, which I think my guys will work for. Let's see. It looks like it's really close, so I might shrink it just so I can use these guides. Alright. Alright. Let's do it. Guides, it looks like we need a... What the hell? That's an ant. Get off my artboard, ant. Got ants in my house. That seems pretty close. Maybe a little bit smaller. 25 degrees, maybe? Maybe 20 degrees. Let's draw the box and we'll figure it out here. Make it a little smaller. Totally missed that first mark. So it needs to be at least probably this wide. There's our box. think this is too big. Not for the bottom ones. Down here, you totally can use them. It's almost 10 o'clock or what? They were close. Very close. A few minutes. I'm gonna finish up this water tower. Let's keep it short. Now we can kind of replicate it. Let's see. Pretty damn close. What is this? 35? I need a 30. Pretty damn close. We're going with it. Cleaner line. All right, let's do the bottom section here. I'm cheating the guide a little bit. It's like you do one half of it and then you do the other half. That'll do. That'll do, pig. Cool. Yeah, it's fine. Alright guys, that's the end of the stream. It's been good. This is what we got. Pull it up close. Pretty solid stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun to do all this other stuff. I got all this like debris, and over here I did a bunch of him crashing through a wall. So it'll be fun. Thanks for showing up, everybody. Thanks for showing up, Andrew. I gotta go back and see your last guitar video. I haven't pressed play yet. But thanks for joining me, Jeremy, per usual. You're awesome. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm imagining I'm gonna work a good amount on this tonight or tomorrow morning, so we'll be a little bit ahead of what we are here. So have a good night, everybody.